Welcome back, wise ones, coming at you today with episode 12 of the Epirus campaign, and we have a lot to do today. What we're going to be doing is finally moving on the Balkans with our boys Bussi, as well as our Basileus Pyrrhus. As you see here, our Macedonian brethren, even though we despise them and are going to take their lands eventually, are under siege by the Illyrian scum. Cannot have that. Cannot have Alexander the Great's name be tarnished like that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're also going to bring our boy Alexander to his rightful kingdom down here in Syracuse, because eventually we're going to backstab the Carthaginians because they're really weak, and why not? Interestingly, Pyrrhus captured pretty much like all of Sicily except for Lilybaeum, and our boy, the man that we're trying to lead this campaign off of, that was his MO, was being right on the precipice of a great victory like he was over the Romans at Asculum and Heraclea. And then in Sicily, he had won most of the island, but the siege of Lilybaeum was unsuccessful because he didn't have the naval power and naval prowess, and he left. And as soon as he did that, the Carthaginians were able to reinforce, and as soon as he left, go with Rome, the Romans were just too stubborn and absolutely decimated southern Italy. 5 years after Pyrrhus was in Italy, the Romans captured, was in southern Italy, the Romans captured Tarentum and the rest of it. So we're going to try to do the opposite. We're kind of doing an alternate history here, and why not get started with declaring a war? Bussi is going to go ahead and attack the Deorsi. The Deorsi are allied with the Odrysian kingdom, so that means we got a full-scale brawl on our hands now. World War Balkans, here we come. The allies, here they are, the Odrysian kingdom. Are they going to stick with them? Yes, sir. So now we have a couple. Honestly, this is always a path that I wanted to go with the boys. And we're not going to fight this battle, even though I do want to use, one, the New Look army and the Spartan hoplites in here, and then two, but I have a feeling we're going to get to fight in a defensive battle, because if you look to the north, as soon as I'm done here, which I'm going to raise this settlement, if we look to the north, there's a big Deorsi army with a lot of Illyrian spearmen. They're going to try to make their way down here, no doubt. So we'll be able to give them a little retribution, and we have the army and the capabilities for a very successful siege defense. Looks like a couple of our cav got beat up, but we should be fine for the most part. I actually do not know what's going on with the Odrysians here. And we're going to move Pyrrhus over to we're going to move Pyrrhus more towards the Pella area. We are going to relieve Pella if we can. Again, eventually we are going to backstab the Macedonians because we are the rightful heirs. Pyrrhus's aunt was actually Olympias. I know there's a million Olympiases in this. There's a million Olympiases already in our family tree, but Pyrrhus's aunt was actually Alexander the Great's mom. That Olympias. So, good start for us here. Let's go ahead and build a temple. And, ooh, we don't have the Shmula to build. I don't think I have any other buildings in the works that I could stop off rip here. So, that stinks. Hopefully we don't get a slum next turn. I would really like to just build like a farm or something here. Maybe we won't repair the port, but we'll go ahead and get the homestead being built there. And we've kind of declared our intentions, so that's a good way to start the episode. Let's see what happens in the turn end. And actually, I gotta make sure we keep moving that spy in the Middle East right now. It's over there, kind of by. Oh, I want to I want the Spartans to join the war against the Odrysians. I was hoping that the Spartans would like take on, and here, like I mentioned, knew that the Illyrians, this would be too juicy of a target. But what I was saying was, and so as we load in, I'll finish my thought on the Spartans. I don't understand why they haven't gone out and gotten a little bit more active. I thought they might have done that, but it's okay. Not the end of the world. We will utilize them, we'll utilize them to grab their Spartan hoplites and stuff like that. I'm not worried about it. Speaking of this setup here, we have a ton of pikemen, decent amount of Thurio spears, and we have decent amount of skirmishing units. We'll be able to probably deploy our cav out here, maybe hide them in the woods or something, so that they are unexpected when the time comes, and we can get into the back, of the Illyrians. So, let's get our little setup going here. We could use probably both of these. I mean, both our hoplites or hoplites. I'm tempted. I'm probably going to use. First things first, want to put the guard mode on all of our troops so that they fire when we're not, even when we're not controlling them. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and that they don't charge. But I'll probably have our Thurio, like one. I'm only gonna do one Thurios here, and then when the Thurios have exhausted their missiles, I'm gonna go ahead and use them kind of as a flanking force around the side. That's my goal. Let's go ahead. 3 pikemen should be enough to hold this area. We'll see if I need to drop a couple pikemen over here if the Illyrians try to get around. I could also be, you know, a nuisance and kind of just do something like this, but no. I mean, we have the units. In my opinion, we have the units to hold our gap here. And then we'll go ahead, grab the rest of the slingers, put them here. We'll keep a couple of units of pikes in reserve. Although, now that I think about it, we probably could just pike wall up this as well and use our hoplites. Nah. I'm okay with our hoplites. They need to get blooded. They absolutely need to get blooded. Okay. Our ships here, what even are these? These guys are honestly kind of pointless. I'm going to bring them relatively close just in case we need them, but for the most part, we are not going to use them. Who do we have here? This is Alexander. Okay, we have a couple additional pike. We'll just put these pike boys back here, just so that they're close if needed. And then let's grab another Thurio spears and put them behind, so that we can use them if needed. And doing some misclicks here, but forgive me. You know, we just fired up the game for the evening. My thinking here is like, okay, if we need to, we could block off this with pikes, and then we could also use these pikes here, and by that time the cavalry will be more than ready. Let's go ahead and get these guys, keep those guys hidden. Now that I think about it, I might want to actually grab. I'm gonna use. The Thessalians will be able to run some really good rear charges. I'm gonna bring the citizen cav. I'm actually gonna bring 2 of the citizen cav around this way, so that we can, there's most likely going to be a big blob of these bad boys over here at some point.
Spear infantry, ready. Double time. By your command.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to actually drop a little fast forward just to get things expedited. Are our cab doing what they need to do? Cool, good.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Okay, all right, we're going to play. Cool. Alrighty. As expected, you know, some YOLO charges from the Illyrians here. Man, it looks like you know what? I'm actually gonna pull these 2 pikeman units over to reinforce. We're gonna need the mass here because it looks like most of the Illyrians are coming this way. And what we'll do is we'll pull out these 2 hoplites to come around the back here, and then flank around the sides. Interesting bunch up tactic by the AI. I wonder if we can get like a big hammer and anvil on them. Yeah, as you guys can see here, I'll try. And looking back at my videos, I know I haven't showed you guys many close-ups, but we'll go ahead and try to do that here. But yeah, I mean, these guys are coastal levies, and just don't insult our troops. Yeah, don't insult our mercenary veteran hoplites and Spartans there. Let's go ahead. Honestly, gonna bring the slingers around town. Bring the other Thurio spears in. Okay. They haven't committed everybody just yet. But with these 2 slingers, I wanna try to have everybody target the. Just gonna have these boys just throw where they can. These guys look like they're ready to throw, so let's give them a throw order. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is not gonna go well for the These pike, is this one of the pikeman units? Cool, yeah. This is not going to go well for the
One of our
Illyrians.
units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, and just like that, we're going to go ahead and bring the Therio spears around. Yeah, I'm only a little hesitant here. Might as well get our cav moving up. I'm only a little hesitant to completely, like, charge in, because I don't know, I don't know if, like, some of these units can turn yet. But now that we have everybody focused, let's try to kill these Illyrian hoplites. Actually, no, we'll hit some of these. We'll hit some of these spearmen who should be easy pickings. Actually, no. Time for these guys to die. Yeah, we actually need to, looking at it now, we do need to relieve. Oh yeah, these boys are not prepared for this. Just some earth-shattering charges. And then that wasn't even our shock cav. Now let's take a look what's going to happen with the shock cav. Oh, destruction of the highest order. Absolutely murdering these guys.
Spearmen, ready for orders. Now!
Alright.
By your command.
And
Sparta! That's about glory!
trying to press it on them. It looks like we're right at the point of a major breakthrough.
Double time!
Actually, let's get the Thurio spears around. I'm gonna try to pull our.
As you command!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Let's see if we can get some flaming javelins into the back of these guys. Now that I think about it, come on, video game. Oh, we need to pull. Dang, our citizen. I left my citizen cav in a little bit too long against the.
As you command!
Against some of these units, but by golly, are we about to absolutely. We are going to absolutely demolish them. Where are these 17?
To forward!
Yep, and there they go, and there's a big. Let's go ahead and try to ram them in now, because they're suffering the penalties of lower morale with the flaming units. Bang.
Spear! Ready! Missile infantry!
Okay.
We await your command! Your command riders! Double. Orders understood! Lower your spears! Let's advance!
Let's go ahead and grab the other Thurioses.
Yes, commander! Defensive positions! Now! As you command! Take aim!
Okay, we're hitting our Thurio spears actually a little bit more than I'd like to.
Ready to ride!
With a little, looks like a little friendly fire.
Lights! Spears ready! Advance! Citizen cavalry! To engage!
Okay. Yep, we're making
It's turning in our favor.
we're making some solid charges here. And actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna leave in the. Let's actually switch out, get in there on the hoplites.
Orders!
Okay.
Engage!
Looks like we might finally have them.
Lights! To arms! Thessalian cavalry!
See if we could throw some of our Thessalians in there.
Cut them down!
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
All right, it looks like we have a big boy route going on.
Slingers! Orders! Halt
Good.
now!
Everybody is now. We're gonna continue the battle to really decimate them. We have the cav.
17 cavalry!
Yeah, we have the cav, so we can run down everybody that we need to. Yeah.
Ready for orders! Riders advance! Citizen cavalry! Quickly now!
Yeah, go ahead and drop it. I'm gonna drop it on 1 speed to really try to get us to mop up these guys ASAP. But that was a decisive victory for us. Making sure we're not leaving any stones unturned. Last time we talked about it, no Italians unmolested. Not a good enough excuse to use the word molested there, but we're going to try to get after it. Honestly, actually, we need to get back. What am I doing? Get back on those guys. Have these Tarentines come out this way. Tarentines. Come on. Might as well double speed this here. Yeah, that's too many units in the general. I think if we get them below 15, we're all good. Anybody else running around that we are? No, I think that's good. We'll let these guys try to mop up their last little bits, and we will call it. How many people are alive in this one? 5. Yeah, plenty. Okay. Well, that was a quality victory, decisive victory. Glad we got to give a big battle. Good work. Man, those Thurios, that one unit of Thurio spears, 262 kills. Probably a lot of them were the fleeing boys. 298 for that one Thessalian cav. That one pikeman with 397 and wow, that is just going to town. Surprised, a little disappointed our hoplites didn't do a little bit better, but I mean, hey, it takes a little while for them to really see the upgrades and buffs to get to where they need to be. How many people do we? We'll go ahead and we'll just release the captives. I'll take that income. Non-aggression pack with roads. No, thank you. Hippocratic Oath. Wouldn't mind researching some stuff. Ver Bussi, and okay, good. We secured some loyalty from the politics. Plus 15 for these guys. Love to see it. Let's make sure that all the homies are married off. Realistically, should marry off our sister, Pyrrhus' sister, but at this point, it's not even worth it. All right. Okay, good cash sum. Let's go ahead and repair the, or actually, hang on. No, not repair. Convert. If we repair it, I do think it returns to just being oh man, and okay, so it looks like there's probably going to be an army of the Deorsi coming this way. Good replenishment on the boys. It's important. Ver Bussi is going to do we're going to do spears. We have those hoplites. Public order, strategist. Looks like we're doing some strategy with our boy here. We're going to continue down the replenishment. That's really what just sets you apart from the AI later in the game. Oh, man. Don't know what the Macedonians are doing. Not going to lie. I don't know what their plan is. They must have one big army here that they use to pop between these two settlements, but should get our spy. We know what's going on there. Might as well take the spy inland a little bit to see. Okay, good. We found the other army. And we'll use Pyrrhus. We'll go ahead and get Pyrrhus moving. I wonder if we should take Polpadeva and really start worrying about this side of the Balkans. Kind of use. Well, we are probably going to use Bussi to go up and capture their capital here, which kind of leaves the flank open. So you know what? No, instead we're gonna just march. We're gonna march our king up this way, try to take Navisos, and then once we've kind of secured, you know, whatever this modern day area is of the Balkans, then we'll push over to the west. Again, you guys might be watching in the comments and screaming at me, being like, why don't you use Alexander? Why don't you take Alexander's army over as well? There's no real threat in the east or the west. But that's just not our style. Not our style at the moment. Not sure. That's our unit. These guys are probably in forced march. Okay, they're not in forced march. Navisos has 7. Man, that's a pretty solid garrison. We're gonna hanker down. How much longer replenishment-wise? Okay, a few more turns. Let's make sure we're building some buildings where there's level 1s. I know for sure there's some level 1s over here in Carolus, so might as well get this sorted. Man, we have the military wharf in Neapolis, but I am gonna go with the military wharf again. I really, actually, you know what? No, I wanna. Here, let's take a little look. What's the most, like, as we move down here? What can we build? How many Thurio spears are... How many unit items are in here? Because realistically, the Thurio spears are not bad. Let's take a look when it compares to what we build down in the wharfs. The Agrianian Axeman, that's pretty dope. Yeah. Okay. So realistically, I mean, we should just have a bunch of raiders from in the Agrianian, from an Agrianian point of view. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and build just another military wharf. Don't know what to build. I might hold off on building anything there just yet because of the fact that that building gets capped out. Brundisium isn't bad. Cool, we did. Okay, Arimnum, we have some nice momentum with Arimnum here. So we're going to go ahead, trying to think. Is public order is pretty stable. As we continue to build up these settlements, they take more and more food. So I am going to drop another homestead in here. We'll start building like a library, another skirmishers camp and stuff in this area. But for now, we're pretty good as Rome continues to grow. I should really just blitzkrieg into... I probably should just blitzkrieg out the Deorsi, because that means that this army would start taking like attrition. But at the same time, let's wait a little bit. Patience is a virtue. Go ahead and drop our spy there. Let's go ahead and grab our spy here. This is all Nabatean lands. I guess maybe if we... Let's actually go back up. Let's actually go back up towards... man, okay, looks like there are some... we'll go... we'll actually take her just in. Might as well just take her into the interior. Man, there's a lot of land from the Nabateans. How did the Spartans go to war with them? That is going to be a crazy... That'll be a big time war if and when we decide to march on the Africa, like going into the Middle East and into the Arabian Peninsula and even further, recreating Alexander's legacy. If we choose to do that. For right now, we're taking on all the traditional enemies of Pyrrhus and trying to win. That was a pretty solid, I'd say that's a pretty solid episode, though. I'm going to end one more turn, and then we'll probably bring it to a close. I know the last few episodes have been closer to 30 minutes, but for this one, I'm trying to churn out some content. Got a wedding this weekend for one of my good friends. It's going to be a hell of a time, but I will be not necessarily distracted, but there will be some refreshments. God dang it. Man, it wouldn't be a episode of the Epirus campaign if a child didn't die in our he was 10 years old. Come on. If a child didn't pass away, or if this is crazy. I just don't understand this. Like, how are you telling me that we're that bad they're that bad of parents? If a child didn't pass away, or if the Spartans haven't asked us to join our war against their war against the Nabateans. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take Navisos with Pyrrhus. That'll probably, and then next turn there'll be a big. Next turn I'm going to go ahead and attack the spearmen here. That'll be a solid battle to start the next episode. But for now, let's just end it with Pyrrhus getting after the Adricians. Our first fight against these foes. I wonder if I can... I would be excited... I'm excited to be able to recruit some Thracian mercenaries, if that's an ability, or if that's something that is allotted to us. But for now, we're going to go ahead... Actually, no, we're going to need... I would like to build the barracks at Pulpa Videva, but at the same time, just since this is the first settlement we have here, I do want it to have a relatively solid barracks. Let's go ahead and try to sabotage this army. Oh my god. I also forgot to give her the trait that we needed to. Let's see what we got down in here. Can we continue to upgrade this scroll? No, but we're going to go ahead and take the upkeep. Electra's doing her thing. We'll get our girl back in no time. Yeah, but like I said, this is a juicy target for us, and I can't help but try to pursue them. Let's see, can I snag a couple units? No, but I really do. Maybe, oh man, if our Agrianian Axemen weren't so juiced up, I would absolutely be taking some mercenary Thracian warriors. They're just such a good unit to attack the flanks. And we have the perfect holding forces in the pikes, and even these high armor units in the mercenary Samnites and mercenary veteran hoplites. And then these guys would just be beautiful help around the wings, these Thracian warriors. So that is something I'm going to really consider. It's going to be tough to axe the axemen, no pun intended, but might have to be. Alrighty, guys, though, appreciate you guys tuning into this episode. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really mean that. Recently has been amazing. The subscriber count's going, the comment sections are flowing, as well as the viewership. So please, in the comments below, continue to give me some constructive criticism, or just pop in, say hi. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. Tell me what you're interested in history-wise, and if you have any suggestions for the campaign, whether it be some historical stuff or just some things that you might want to see in general. That'd be really appreciated. Most importantly, though, stay wise.